Be careful with your sister in August because your sister is planning to take your dot. Open immediately. Archangel Michael says, listen closely, for what I am about to reveal will pierce through the veil of secrecy that has been covering your life. You think you know the people around you, you think you understand their hearts, but in the month of August, there is a plan unfolding that will shock you to your very core. The one you least expect, the one whose voice you have trusted since childhood, the one who shares your blood, your sister, has been moving silently, weaving a web you cannot yet see. She smiles at you in daylight, but when the shadows fall, her thoughts twist toward something dangerous, something that could strip away what is yours. You feel it already, don't you? That strange heaviness in the air when she walks into the room. The way conversations have felt slightly off, how she looks at you and then quickly looks away when your eyes meet. This is not your imagination, it is the subtle sound of betrayal preparing its steps. She is not acting alone, there is a voice whispering to her, pushing her, convincing her that what belongs to you should belong to her. This August is not just another month, it is the battlefield where loyalty will be tested and bloodlines will be strained. I have been watching as her heart shifts, as her intentions grow darker. There was a moment, not long ago, when she stood at a crossroads, to protect you or to take from you. And in that moment, she chose the path that leads to loss. She does not yet understand the cost of what she is doing, but her decision has set a chain of events in motion. You must not ignore the signs. The sudden secrecy in her conversations, the way she hides her phone when you walk by, the unexplainable way certain people in your family have started acting differently toward you. These are not coincidences. I tell you now, there are words being spoken about you behind closed doors. Promises being made without your knowledge. Plans being formed to take something precious from your life, something you will not easily replace. It could be your inheritance, your opportunity, your relationship, your reputation, and whatever it is something she believes she can claim as hers. And the danger is that she knows exactly where you are vulnerable. She knows your patterns, your weaknesses, the things you hold dear. This is why her plan is dangerous, because she is close enough to know how to strike without warning. But hear me well, heaven has sent me not to frighten you, but to arm you. I stand with my sword drawn, ready to cut through every plan that rises against you. However, you must be alert. You cannot move through this month blindly. Be careful with your words, because what you say can be twisted. Be cautious with your resources, because what you leave unguarded can be taken. Watch the people who suddenly grow more interested in your affairs, as some of them are only there to carry her plans forward. There will come a moment, in these coming days, when you will see her in a new light. A conversation will happen, seemingly harmless, but in it, you will notice a tone, a phrase, a question that will confirm everything I have spoken to you. When that moment comes, do not confront her in anger. Instead, stand still, gather your strength, and move in wisdom. A storm is not defeated by rushing into its center, it is overcome by positioning yourself where it cannot touch you. I have seen the night she lies awake, imagining the life she could have if you were no longer in the way. I have seen the messages she has sent to someone, asking for advice, not about how to make peace, but about how to make her plan succeed. There are hands helping her, hands that you once shook in trust. But now, those same hands are building the steps that lead to your downfall. Yet there is something she does not know, your destiny is not hers to take. What God has placed in your path cannot be stolen, only delayed if you are careless. That is why this warning comes now. The spiritual realm is stirring, the angels have been dispatched, and the eyes of heaven are fixed on you. But they will not fight alone. You must align yourself with divine instruction. Keep your faith high, your eyes open, and your spirit unshaken. I tell you, there will be a turning point before this month ends. The very trap that is being set for you could turn on the one who set it. I will move in such a way that hidden things will be exposed, and when they are, the truth will not just whisper, it will roar. And those who thought they could quietly take from you will be left with empty hands. Do not allow bitterness to grow in your heart when you learn the depth of her plan. Yes, the wound will hurt, but it will not destroy you. Instead, let this betrayal become the proof of how protected you truly are. Let it show you that no matter how close the enemy comes, heaven will always be closer. You are not alone in this. Even now, there are unseen forces surrounding you or shielding you from what you cannot see. My sword has already cut through paths that would have led you into harm. My voice will guide you through conversations where you must remain silent, and my presence will surround you when she tries to corner you with lies. This is your moment to rise in awareness, to guard what is yours, and to step forward in courage. August will not be the month of your loss, it will be the month of your awakening. Stay ready, for the revelation is near, and when it comes, you will see why heaven warned you in time. Archangel Michael says that there is more you must hear, because the surface of this warning is nothing compared to the depth of what is truly happening. What I have shown you so far is only the first layer of her plan. Beneath it lies something older, something that has been building for far longer than you realize. This is not just about Augusta, this is the month when her thoughts become actions, but the seeds were planted long ago. There was a moment in the past, maybe years back, when jealousy quietly took root in her heart. At the time, it seemed small, almost invisible. You might have brushed it off as nothing, but it was the birth of this betrayal. She began to measure herself against Shua not in the things of the spirit, but in possessions, opportunities, and relationships. She started to believe that every blessing you received was something taken from her. This thinking grew over time, and like a shadow, it followed her everywhere. And now, in this appointed month, she has convinced herself that it is her turn to take from you. I see her in moments when you are not there, how she speaks about you to certain people, carefully crafting a picture of you that is not the truth. She has learned to do it in a way that seems harmless, almost casual, but every word is chosen to plant doubt about you in someone else's mind. She has been working to turn the ears of those you rely on, so that when her moment comes, she will have allies to defend her actions. You must also understand that the thing she is after is not small. It is not something you could lose without feeling it. It is tied to your security, your future, maybe even your name. That is why this warning carries such weight. What she is planning could change the direction of your life if it succeeds. Do you remember the times recently when something you planned seemed to fall apart for no clear reason? That was not coincidence. There have been unseen hands moving pieces on the board, closing doors you should have walked through, not because you were unworthy, but because someone was interfering. The enemy uses those closest to you to reach places no outsider could touch it, and right now, that's exactly what is happening. But I tell you, this plan will not go unnoticed. There is a moment coming when she will overplay her hand, when her greed will push her to make a move too soon. That is when the light will fall on her actions. You may not even have to expose her yourself, the truth will have a way of revealing itself, because what is done in the dark cannot remain hidden forever. Still, you must be wise in how you move. Do not give her any new ammunition. Be mindful of what you share about your plans, your finances, your relationships. In this season, silence will protect you more than explanations ever could. Let her believe she knows what you're doing while you quietly prepare in the background. I have been assigned to watch over this matter, and I am already moving to block her path. Even now, there are conversations she will try to have that will mysteriously fall through. There are people she will reach out to who will suddenly feel uneasy about getting involved. She will sense something resisting her, but she will not know it is the presence of heaven standing in her way. There is also something else you must prepare for: the emotional cost of this revelation. When the truth comes, it will hurt not just because of what she tried to take, but because of who she is to you. You will feel the weight of betrayal, the ache of realizing that blood is not always the same as loyalty. But I say to you, do not let that pain turn into hate. Guard your heart, for bitterness is a second trap the enemy will try to set. Instead, let this be a turning point. Let it teach you discernment. Let it sharpen your awareness of who truly walks with you. This month may bring confrontation, but it will also bring clarity. By the time August ends, you will see certain people in their true light, and you will know who is for you and who has only been pretending. Remember, there is nothing she can take that heaven cannot restore, and there is no plan so secret that I cannot uncover it. I will be with you in every step of this, guiding you when to speak, when to act, and when to simply stand still and let the truth reveal itself. You will not lose. You will not be defeated. But you must be awake, for the hour is nearer than you think. Archangel Michael says that there is still much more for you to understand, because what is unfolding is not only a personal betrayal but also part of a larger spiritual attack designed to break your trust, weaken your faith, and make you doubt the protection over your life. Your sister's plan is not born only from her own thoughts, it is being fed by whispers from the unseen realm. The enemy has studied her heart for years, searching for the point of envy, resentment, or insecurity that could be turned into a weapon. Once he found it, he began to plant lies in her mind: you deserve what they have. They don't appreciate it. You could use it better. No one would know if you took it. At first, she resisted. But over time, these thoughts began to feel like her own ideas. She convinced herself that it was not wrong, only fair. And here is what you must know: spiritual battles are rarely obvious. They often hide inside ordinary events, everyday conversations, and small decisions. That is why what is happening now feels confusing. You are dealing with a fight that is not just about human behavior, but about unseen forces trying to move through human hearts. This August has been marked in the enemy's calendar because it is a season when you are close to stepping into something greater, something you have been waiting for, maybe without even realizing it. A blessing, an opportunity, a door that will change your path. The enemy knows he cannot stop the door from opening, so his only option is to distract you, divide you, or drain you so much emotionally that you are too weak to step through it. That is why your sister's plan matters in the spiritual realm. It is meant to drain you before you reach your moment of blessing. If you fall into anger, confusion, or constant defense, you will be so focused on protecting what you have that you will miss what is being given to you. But listen carefully, this plan will not succeed if you follow the instructions I am placing in your spirit right now. First, do not act out of emotion. She may try to provoke you through small comments, sudden demands, or situations that seem designed to make you react. Do not give her that satisfaction. Every reaction you give will be used as proof to others. Instead, respond only with calm, measured words, and sometimes, no words at all. Second, protect your inner circle. There are people in your life who may not be directly involved but could accidentally become messengers between you and her. Be careful what you say to them about your situation. Keep certain details locked away for now. The less she knows about your movements, the fewer tools she has to work with. Third, strengthen your spiritual shield. This is not the time to drift away in prayer or neglect the things that keep you connected to heaven. Every day, even for a few minutes, speak words of protection over your life. Call on the covering of the Most High, not just over yourself but over your possessions, your opportunities, your name, and your peace. The more you do this, the harder it becomes for the enemy to plant seeds of destruction. Now, I must tell you what is coming because it will feel sudden when it happens. There will be a conversation where she says something so unusual, so specific, that it will feel as if she is hinting at knowing more than she should. You may even feel a strange chill when it happens, a deep sense in your spirit that confirms, this is it. That will be your sign that her plan is entering its final stage. But here is the victory: you will already be prepared. What she believes will be a moment of your weakness will instead be the moment you rise in strength. She will not understand why her words or actions no longer have the effect she expected. Her confidence will shake, and in that moment, the cracks in her plan will begin to show. Before the end of this month, a second sign will come. Someone, maybe not someone you expected, will approach you with a piece of information. It might be something small, but it will confirm everything. You will realize that heaven has been arranging for the truth to reach you in a way no one can deny. And when that happens, the tables will turn. The very network she built to work against you will start to crumble. Those who agreed with her and the shadows will begin to distance themselves, sensing that the tide has shifted. She will be left to face the weight of her actions, and you will walk forward untouched. But remember, when the victory comes, do not let pride take root. Your strength will be proven not just by surviving the betrayal, but by refusing to let it shape you into something bitter. You will be wiser. Yes. More guarded, yes. But you will still carry the light within you, and that will be your greatest victory. I will remain close in this season. You will feel my presence in moments when your mind is tempted to overthink, when your heart feels heavy, or when you are unsure what to say. Trust that the guidance you sense is not imagination, it is my voice, leading you into safety and truth. Archangel Michael says, listen with all of your heart now, because we are entering the part of this revelation where the hidden will meet the light, where shadows will no longer have a place to hide. I see the day of exposure forming even now. It is not far, it is closer than you think. In the spiritual realm, it is already decided that what she has plotted will not remain hidden. Her plan has been stitched together in darkness, but heaven has already torn loose one of its threads, and soon the whole thing will unravel before her eyes. There will be a moment, almost ordinary in appearance, where you will be in the presence of more than one persona, perhaps family, perhaps those you both know well. A conversation will shift unexpectedly. A question will be asked, or a statement will be made, that will cause her to freeze for just a second. She will attempt to hide it with a smile, but you will notice her eyes shift downward, her breathing change. This will be the first visible crack in her disguise. In the days following that moment, circumstances will seem to accidentally bring pieces of her plan to your attention. It will be like small puzzle pieces falling into your lap, and names mentioned, dates that line up too perfectly, objects or documents moved when they should not have been touched. You may even overhear something that was not meant for your ears. None of this will be coincidence. I will be placing these pieces in your path so that you cannot be deceived any longer. And then, the final turning point, an undeniable revelation. It will come either through the mouth of another person who cannot hold the truth in any longer, or through a mistake she makes in her own speech or actions. She might slip in frustration, or she might be confronted and caught off guard. Either way, the truth will spill out in a way that cannot be argued, denied, or hidden. When that moment comes, the atmosphere will shift. Those who once listened to her whispers will see her for who she has been in this season. The very alliances she depended on will dissolve in front of her. You will stand there, not in shock, because heaven already prepared you, but with a quiet strength that confuses her. She will realize that the weapon she forged against you has not pierced you at all, it has shattered in her own hands. But here is what you must know: this moment of exposure will not only protect you from her plan, it will elevate you. People will see the patience, the wisdom, and the restraint you showed while she was weaving her net. Your reputation will be strengthened, your voice will carry more weight, and opportunities that were being blocked by this hidden battle will suddenly open wide before you. And there is something else: what she tried to take from you will either return to your hands with increase or be replaced with something far greater. For when the enemy is caught in the act, heaven does not simply restore, heaven multiplies. I have already stationed angels at the key points of this battle. One stands at the door of your resources, ensuring that nothing is stolen. Another stands beside you in every interaction, guiding your tone and timing. And I remain here, sword drawn, ready to strike down any move that oversteps what is allowed. Do not be afraid of what is coming. Yes, there will be confrontation, but it will not be the kind that leaves you broken, it will be the kind that leaves you free. This truth will release you from the weight of wondering who you can trust, and though it may sting to lose the image you once had of her, it will give you the power to walk into the next chapter without hidden enemies at your side. And know this: after August, she will think twice before moving against you again. The exposure will not just end her current plan, it will serve as a warning to anyone else who might try to take from you in the future. They will see that there is a covering over your life, that heaven intervenes when someone comes too close to your promise, and they will fear the cost of touching what belongs to you. Hold your head high in the days ahead. Keep your spirit calm. And remember, when the moment arrives, you will not have to force the truth, that it will present itself at the exact time it needs to, and when it does, the victory will be undeniable. Archangel Michael says, what I have told you so far is only the outline of what is truly happening in the spirit. Now I will take you deeper, so that you understand not only the what and the when, but the why behind this storm, and how heaven intends to use it to reposition you for something greater than you can see right now. This betrayal is not random, it is a reaction to your rising. For months, even years, your life has been shifting in ways that you may not fully notice, but the enemy has noticed. Every time you overcame a setback, every time you refused to give up, ever